Let's make a thrust fire for a rocket or spacecraft in Blender. First, remove everything except the default cube. Select the cube, go to Edit mode, and move one face to make it longer. This will define the basic shape of the thrust fire. Now go back to Object mode and apply the transform. Switch to Rendered View so we can see the thrust fire effect properly. In the World Properties, set the background color to pure black. This helps the fire stand out clearly. Next, go to the Shader Editor. Remove the default Principled BSDF node. Add a Principled Volume node and connect it to the material output. Now add a Gradient Texture node and connect it to the emission strength of the Principled Volume. Change the gradient type from linear to spherical. While the Gradient Texture node is selected, press Ctrl+T. This will automatically add texture coordinate and mapping nodes. This shortcut works only if Node Wrangler is enabled. To enable it, go to Edit, Preferences, Add-ons, search for Node Wrangler, and enable it. Now, adjust the values in the mapping node to bring the white part of the gradient toward the middle of the mesh. At this point, it already starts to look like a thrust fire shape. Add a color ramp node. Add a few more color stops to introduce variation in the fire. Adjust the colors and positions until you're satisfied with the overall look. To add randomness and animation, add a noise texture. Then add a mix color node and place it between the color ramp and the principled volume. Connect the noise texture to the mix color node and change the blend mode to overlay. Set the factor to 1. In the noise texture, change the dimension to 4D. Now try changing the W value. This will animate the noise and create motion in the fire. Add another color ramp between the noise texture and the mix color node. This will help you increase contrast in the noise. Adjust it until the fire looks more dynamic and detailed. Reduce the density value to 0 to avoid unwanted shadows outside the fire. Then adjust the emission color to give the thrust fire its final color. Add another panel and switch it to the timeline. Hover your mouse over the W value and press I to insert a keyframe. Move a few frames forward, change the W value, and press I again. Now press play to see the fire animation. You can always tweak the color ramps, noise, and values to match your needs. To create an engine start effect, animate the scale. Hover over the scale value, press I to insert a keyframe. Move a few frames forward, increase the scale back to normal, and press I again. This creates a smooth engine ignition effect for the thrust fire. This entire process also works perfectly in the Cycles render engine. And that's how you can create a customizable, animated thrust fire for rockets and spacecrafts in Blender.